Jamie Cooper, jcooperfitness.com, and today basically I'm going to go over my ultramarathon training. Because basically back in January, I basically said yes to doing an ultramarathon in Spain, the Ronda 101k, run by the Spanish military, and that's in May. But being the fact that the weather was dreadful, I couldn't basically go outside and train very often. So my training was restricted to sort of treadmills, running. Most I did was 2 hours on a treadmill. Basically, if you want to train for distance, whether that's a half marathon, a marathon, or an ultramarathon, you basically need to try and train for distance and try and do those distances. So my training plan really has just been to try and build endurance, and now that I'm back home in sunny Scotland, I'm going to try and go for a run in the hills, because Ronda's very hilly, so it means ideal time to give it a wee go. So I'm going to try and do a 30 miler tomorrow, hoping to do it in about 5 to 6 hours. Yeah, so 30 miles, that's roughly about half the distance of the Ronda 24-hour challenge, which is 62 I believe. And yeah, see how I get on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the kit I've got now. Yeah, I'll obviously keep tabs when I do the run tomorrow morning. I'll try and let people know how I'm doing and how I'm feeling while I go through it. And then hopefully, if anyone else is thinking of trying an ultramarathon or a marathon, hopefully you'll get something out of this. So let's take a look at the kit then, shall we? So here we have all the kit that I'm going to be taking. So let's start on this side. So it's still quite cold outside, it's a horrible wind, so a little hat, cheapy gloves, these are like £2 from Mazda's. They'll do the trick for running. Socks wise, I was going to get the knee-high sort of compression socks that a lot of people recommend. However, I get tightness around my sort of all my legs, so my quads and knees, so I've opted for these. So sort of compression tights, because then that way I get a lot more support in my legs and my hamstrings and around my knees, which is where my sort of problems there are. And I'll just go for normal ankle socks. I'm just gonna wear shorts and t-shirt, normal shorts and t-shirt for the actual running underneath, over my sort of compression tights. Shoes, probably the most important bit of kit. I've gone for the Glycerin 16s. I've tried other shoes before. These are Brooks. I've tried Sugonis, they're pretty good as well. Ascaris, Solomon, the classic running shoes, and Caramore trail shoes, but these are definitely the best I've found so far. I got these a week before the Tallinn Marathon. I literally did like a 5k little run in them, and then I went straight into the marathon. Didn't get one blister, one hot spot, nothing. So definitely my top shoes now. I could definitely recommend them. So I've got myself a little vest. I just got this from Decathlon, about 20 quid. Good bit of kit. So this one's quite good. It's got a little pocket here where I can put my phone, another wee pocket here so I can stick like obviously a few sweets or energy things for when I'm running there. And yeah, it's got a little whistle for whatever reason, don't see why. In the back, it's got a nice big pocket there for where I can put my water bladder, and it's got a little zip pocket inside as well for, again, other things, like sort of spares, anything like that. And then at the back, it's got a nice big pocket here where I can stuff my running jacket when I'm not using it. The water bladder, again, that's what come with it. It's a litre, should be fine. Top tip for whenever you're using if you do get a new bladder for whatever reason, I always put a wee bit of Ribena in it, or some sort of fruit cordial, some sort of fruit juice with the water, not too much, but again, you get a wee bit of sweetness when you're running, and also, otherwise, it'll just taste of plastic if you just put water straight into it without rinsing it through a few times. So definitely a top tip there. Finally moving on to my sort of electronics. So I'll have my phone with me. I've got the Garmin Fenix 5 watch, amazing bit of kit, and you can just use a normal Fitbit, whatever, but that's what I'll be using to track my sort of pace and stuff like that. Bluetooth headphones, I use these MPOW Cheetahs. Again, really good bit of kit. There's only about 20 quid off Amazon, and they do everything I need to do, so I can listen to music quite easily without having cables and that. So food wise, I was gonna get gels, but I didn't have really time, so I just opted to get little bags of Haribo. Again, give myself a bit of glucose as I'm running. Quickly just, and again, because it's an ultramarathon and not like a half marathon or anything like that, where I'm running and I wouldn't dare have sweets because I wouldn't want to chew while I'm running and hanging out. With an ultramarathon, I'm just hopefully just sort of, I'll be walking the hills as recommended. So when I do those bits, I'll stop, I'll walk, and I'll try and chew on some of these. I've got these for halfway. Goji coconut protein balls. Never tried them before, but again, nice bit of energy kick when I reach the halfway point. So I'll be running up to Furness at the steps of the Cairngorms. So once I get there, stop, turn around, and I kind of that. And I've also got a little protein bar as well, protein wafers from MyProtein, because they're nice. And yeah, again, just making sure I've got some bits of food with me just in case I start flagging, because again, it's the longest I've run in a while. And that is it. As I say, the only thing I haven't got here is my running jacket, because I've left that downstairs. But again, just a thin running jacket, same sort of material as like my shorts and things like that. And again, just a good bit of kit to keep on, and yeah, chuck that away. So that's the kit, guys. That's all the kit I'll be using. Hopefully you found that helpful. As I say, I'll let you know how I get on tomorrow wearing it. It's the first time I've ever worn a vest when I'm running, so we'll see how I get on there. And again, compression tights, that's the first time I've actually worn them. I've got cold weather running gear, but I've never really worn the compression thing tights before, so hopefully we'll see how they get on with them. Giving a 30 miler a go for the first time in a while. The longest I've run is a marathon, so 26 miles, so this is definitely, tomorrow will be the longest I've ever run something like this before, and we'll see how I get on. So, see you tomorrow morning then. Okay, good morning guys, it's 5 in the morning. Got up nice and early for this ultramarathon training run, so hopefully running about 30 plus miles today. So I got up at 5 just to quickly come up and do a fasted run. So all I've got for breakfast is, see here, just got a bowl of porridge with a couple of scoops of granola, banana, and just a cup of tea, and yeah, plenty of water. So I got eaten, got drunk, do a bit of mobility on my joints, and a bit of stretching, and then I'll leave by about 6, let the food go down a bit. I'm going to burn a lot of calories today. So I'm going to eat and start doing a bit of mobility and stretching, and then get on it. Okay, so that's 4.3 miles down. Reached my first hill. Again, not too bad so far, a bit of a niggle in my ankle. Took about the first 4 miles for my sore joints to warm up really. First 3 miles. And yeah, still feeling good, I'd say. So, looking towards sort of ultramarathons for running. I want to walk the hills and try and run the flats and run the downhills. So I'm doing now, walking up my first sort of long hill, as it were. Just try and regain my energy. Talking about energy again, I carb loaded for about 24 hours before, which I felt when doing the first couple of miles. Felt a wee bit lightheaded. Probably should have done it a bit longer, over 3 or 4 days, maybe longer, depending especially when I do the 101k. But not too bad so far. Getting on, cracking on, and yeah, see how the rest of it goes. So, second big hill, that's me coming up to Furness now, at about 11.6 miles. Again, still feeling quite good. I can feel my pressure on my knees, my hips, starting to get there. But generally I'm alright. Threw a bit of water, threw a bit of Haribo down my neck, a bit more energy, I'm good. Must say a big thing, really happy to be running with scenery again, and not on treadmills. Makes the time go a lot quicker. So my big bit of advice, if you're going to go for a run, try and pick somewhere that you know is going to be a leave, a bit scenic, and you can actually see things. Anyway, nearly to the halfway point. I'd say feel good. From what I've done marathons and that before, it's usually the 17 mile point which I'll start creaming at, so see how I get on. So that's me now, halfway point, turn around. Not bad, just a wee bit short of the gates of Dava at the foot of the Cairngorms. I won't push it. I did say I was going to do 30, so I'll stick to that. Knees are starting to scream me out on my hips, but just got to push on. Again, feeling good though. Again, not depleted of energy totally yet. Haven't had to rely on anything too much yet. So plenty of water, plenty of food, so not too bad. Yeah, it's really sunny now up here. Still a bit of snow on the ground, a bit of frost, but on the bright side. I wish I brought sunglasses with me now, so I'll have to remember that for next time. There you go. Anyway, start back, see how I got on. So, 19 miles now, up yet another big hill. Just smashed on my protein balls, give me some more energy as we come into the last 10 miles of the run. Yeah, it's getting tough. Legs are starting to scream at me now. Knees and hips definitely. But what a view. Again, it's just nice to not be running on a treadmill anymore. Finished now. I managed to do 30 miles in just under 5 hours, so really happy at that. Toward the end, the last 2 miles, my ankles were literally screaming at me, and yeah, I really was hitting that wall. So 101k in Ronda is going to be interesting. Definitely takeaways from this will be definitely carry some sort of ibuprofen or paracetamol with me while I'm running, and I'll probably need to invest in some new shoes because my feet start rubbing in those ones. But apart from that, I'm very happy with how the hydration pouch turned out. I bought that. I wasn't sure. Again, people have said they find they rub, things like that, so it was a bit of a 50-50 between myself and sort of friends of mine who are all going to Ronda about whether you get a belt or a thing, or whether you just carry a water bottle. But I'm not one, I don't like to carry things, so I'd rather wear the vest on my back, and yeah, perfect. Didn't get a rub. Didn't rub me once or anything like that. It was decent having just a little bit of water in it, and again it carries all my other things, so again I've invested in some gels and things like that and did the job. So recovery now for the rest of the day. I'll probably just chill out, definitely need to stretch off, have a hot shower, stretch off, and then just replenish, eat a lot of complex carbs, decent proteins, things like that, really try and regenerate my muscles, and just keep stretching off throughout the day. And then later on tonight I'll probably have a hot bath and soak the muscles a bit as well. Might even ice my ankle just because it was a bit tight. So I'll put the stats up as well, how I got on. So yeah, burnt around 4,000 calories, which was good. 48,000 steps. My average heart rate was 155 and my max heart rate was 185. But definitely good result, and yeah. Big thing to think about is it's always good to push yourself. If you don't push yourself, you'll never know if you can do it or if you can't do it. So I'm very happy that I did do it, and I gave myself 6 hours, but hey, I was happy to do it for 5, so I'm really happy with that. If you hope you found the video helpful, yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.